Hello guys, welcome back once again to Cloud Genius. My name is Penty Joseph. In this video, I'll be taking you through the guided, no, that is yes, the guided lab 1 for model 13, breaking monolithic apps into microservices. Okay. Hmm. So this is what we are going to do. I'm going to do this at a faster rate because this lab is kind of very bulky and then it's time consuming. You can have some time to play around it, just go through the contents, try to understand what you are being asked to do, and then um, try navigating one or two things around it just to understand it better. Okay, but for now, I have a fair idea of what we are to do. So I've already done the lab once and then scored 79. So I'm looking 69, sorry. I'm looking to score higher this time around. I don't know what I did wrong in the first instance, but I'm thinking sometimes these labs are old labs that AWS keep pushing and then they keep bringing new instructions. Meanwhile, the labs itself is an old lab. So they intend to score based on new criteria and then leaving out the best. So it's okay, it's fine. I'm not blaming AWS. I'm not blaming myself. I'll just try to find out where I fall short and then try to make some changes to that and then see how best that can go. Okay, so without wasting much time, I've already started with the lab. You can see it started. So it's going here. I'm clicking here to log in to my management console. I'm clicking here again. I think I did log in initially. I'm clicking there to log in back again. So I'm being logged in. I'm duplicating this. I'm doing this at a faster rate, so kindly bear with me. This lab is very bulky. I think it will exceed more than an hour. So let me duplicate this once again. And then I'm searching for Cloud9. So in one of the search, it's taking long not to load. So it's right here, but for the sake of those who might not know, so I'm searching it here, Cloud9. Hmm. All right. Okay. So you open Cloud9 and then okay. So you see an instance running with a name um Cloud9 ID. Okay. So you open that and you click on open with Cloud9 and then we can go ahead and put that here. Come back here, go into this, go down, scroll down, copy the first command, okay, under the 6, copy everything like this. So you copy everything like this, then you open this like that, and then paste it in the terminal, hit enter. It's going to download it just like it has. That is all. Go down, go down, go down, go down until you see this second command. You are changing directory and installing core. So run that too. Sorry, run that too. I'm not really feeling fine. It's going to run it and then install the core. I think it's done. You can see that they are comparing it to that. Yes, so it's done. So we need to go down, go down, go down, go down, go down, go down. Okay, and then we start it. So let's paste this and then hit enter. It started. Okay, so it started and still working. And then click on this plus sign like this. Click on it like this. Do not right click it. I mean, do not left click it. Right click it rather. Right click it like this and then click on terminals. Okay. New terminals. Allow it to open new terminals. So the old terminal is here and then the new terminal is here. Okay. Yes, just simple as that. You can close this because this immediate JavaScript, we are not going to use it for anything. So we can close this and then leave it with this and that's okay. So, and that is it. So let's go down, let's go down, let's go down, let's go down. So you see this first scale localhost, copy it like this, and then go back to the Cloud9. Don't paste it under where you started the Node.js server. Okay. So go to the second one that you have opened, where you are in the environment directories, and then run this for me. So it's run. You can see it successfully. It's run. And then go down, go down, go down. There are about three. Yes, run all of them. So copy the next one. So run this one as well. It also run. Copy the other one. Run it as well. It also run. Copy the last one. Run it as well. So paste that and then run it as well. Okay, so go down, go down, go down, go down, go down, go down, go down. Yes. So go down until you see ECR. No. Okay. So in another search bar, come and type ECR. Okay. Elastic Container Registry. So because we are going to create a registry. So ECR. Open it and then bring the lab closer to it. So they said we should create a repository, sorry, with the name MB repo. So I'm copying that. We should make sure that it's private. I think even when you create it, it's indicated already that it's under private. Yes, so it's here, private repo. Yes. So I'm putting the name here as MB repo. Yes, it's mutable. I don't need anything again. I'm creating that. And yes, it's created. Okay. Yes, it's created. So what do I do next? Let me go back to the lab. What do I need to do? So we need to build and push that very Docker to it. So yes. Okay. 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 So we just need to change this directory and then do all of that. So yes, I'm copying all of this. Copy. I'm going back to Cloud9. I'm putting, oh, this one can be put off. I need Cloud9 itself. Cloud9 should come around here for me. So in order to make it more simpler, I'm clearing the environment. So I'm just typing clear, hitting enter, environment is cleared in order for you to see what is happening. So I'm pasting what I've copied. It's only changing the directories. Okay. Right from here, it's just changing the directories for me. So with the repo that I've created, what I'm going to do is you can either click open the repo like this and then come and click on view push commands, or just on the repo, you can select it like this, okay, and then click on view push command, okay, and there you go. Okay, so you need to first of all log in. Okay, so we are copying this command and then we are coming to run it, trying to log into the system. So we hit enter, we give it some number of time. Yes, the login is successful. Okay, so we've logged in. Now we are going to build a Docker. So let's run that and then hit enter and then allow it to load. Okay, so it's running, We copy the next command. Okay, it's run, and then we are pasting this as well, hitting enter. It's also there, so we are copying the last command, and then we hit enter. Hit that one too. It's also going to run. Give it some time for it to load. And yes, there you are. It's all done. Okay, you can close this. And then according to the lab, I think they said when we are done, we will see something like latest in the repo. Yes. So they said we see something like latest in the repo carrying an images. Let's see if we are seeing anything like latest in the repo. Yes, we are seeing it with images. So that's exactly what we are doing. I think we are on track. We can still go ahead and do what we want to do. I'm not factorizing the other lab section that is reading all this Cloud9 and all that because I know what I'm doing. Okay, so if you are doing the lab alongside with me, you can take some time and then go through the lab to understand what you are doing. I am jumping all those steps because I already know what I'm doing. Okay, all right. So deploying the monolithic to Amazon ECS, what are we asked to do? So what are we asked to do? Container service. Okay, so we need to create a cluster. So in one of this, let's search ECS. So Elastic Container Service, and then where is the lab? Let me bring the lab somewhere right here. Copy this because we are going to create a cluster with the name MBECS cluster. So allow it to load, click on create cluster, and then give it this name. Is that, and then let's see, configuration cluster name should be this. In the infrastructure section, we should choose EC2 and that, minimum 2, maximum 2. Okay, so we are choosing EC2, deselecting this, and then on demand, yes, we are changing this to 2003. Then we are changing this as well, T2. I think they said we should use T2 medium. So minimum 0, maximum 5, we are changing that to 2. Okay, so minimum is 2, minimum is 2, maximum is also 2. Okay, that is what we are input. That is what even the lab requires for. Okay, you can check that right from here. So minimum is 2, maximum is also 2. Okay, yes. So under the networking and VPC, let's try to make some changes there. I think we need lab VPC and then existing and ECC2. Okay, so let me just do we need any key here? I don't think so. So under the lab, so it says what? Choose lab VPC. Which of the VPC? Yes, lab VPC. And then after choosing that, submit. Confirm public. Yes, I think they are public. It's public. And then already exists. Not creates. Use an existing. So I'm clearing this and I'm using ECSSG. Okay, so that's what we are supposed to use. So I'm using that. What again? Let me security name. So yes, I don't think we have any other thing to do again. So I can go ahead and then create it. So I'm creating the cluster, giving it some time to load. It's going to take a couple of minutes. What we are doing is we are just provisioning infrastructure as a code. So you see, we've been asked to view it in CloudFormation. You can view it in CloudFormation when you click here and then go and look at what you are doing. Because don't forget, we use CloudFormation to define infrastructure, okay, as a code. So you see, we are just creating stacks. Behind the scene, we are just creating stacks. If you know a stack, so we are just creating stacks. It's the stacks that is provisioning all this cluster and everything for us. So you can see the stack, you can see stacks, and this is the stacks we are running. Okay, yes. All right. So let me go back, and then let's make sure that everything is successful, so we can proceed. Yes. So it's being provisioned. It's going to provision about two EC2. I think that is what we defined. So it's definitely going to. And I think even when we check from the EC2 console, we should see that it's also provisioning. That has got nothing to do with what we are doing though. Our own is when we do and sorry, when we do and it works, we are hoping that it works. Okay, or it works. So we don't have to go back and forth, flipping here, going to check our instances. Yes. So it's provisioning two instances. Don't forget we choose T2 medium, and yes, that is exactly what it is provisioning for us. So it's just basically like the stacks, okay? It's just like the stack, the cloud formation is just provisioning. So you can see it here that it's telling you that it's complete. This it was in progress, it's now complete. So it has provisioned the infrastructure, and now it did that through the stacks. Okay. So if you delete this stack, it will automatically delete the resources because it is the stack that is holding the resources. Okay. Yes. So you can see it here that it's done. Let me see. We should see 2 EC2. Yes, it's right there. It's right there. Okay. All right. So let's continue with our lab. We need it at a speedily rate. We are not wasting any time. So um what they say we should do? Oh, under the infrastructure. So we should check. Okay, let me open it and see. So under infrastructure, we should see this. Yes, that's exactly what we are seeing. Yes. So if you come to the lab, you can see the lab is requiring for something, and that is exactly what we are seeing. Okay. So they said we should see that, and in fact, that's exactly what we are seeing. Unless you didn't follow what I did, then you might be seeing another thing. But for now, this is what I'm seeing. Everything I'm seeing is accurate, just like the lab. So when I open that, yes, I'm seeing this, I'm seeing that. You can see it right here. Okay. All right. Let me go on. And then what again are we asked to do? Okay, so we are to create a tax definition also. Okay. So we are to create a tax definition also. So the same ECS, then MB tax. Okay. All right. So just right here where you are, don't leave there, don't go anywhere. Just click on tax definition and then create um, tax definition. You can also click here, create tax definition, and then input the name that we've copied because the name was suggested right here. Okay, let me go the small. It was suggested right here. Okay, so let me concentrate and then do it. The infrastructure should be EC2, and then This the change the 1 to 0.5, change the 3 to 1, okay, and then row. Let me see execution row. So execution row should be create new row, okay. Execution row should be create new row, okay, and then container -1, that is the name container. You can see it here, container the following. The name should be this mb container. Copy that, come and paste it here, and then okay, so image, okay. So we are to use the image, the cluster image that we had earlier. So what I'll do is I'll click here and then go to open new tab, and then try opening it. Mm. The image URL. And they're not talking about this. So this is in the image URL. Okay. Then if it's not here, it will be under the registry. So yes, the image URL, it's this, okay. So the repo, we can see that this is the MB repo, which is having the image URL. So the URL is right here. I'm copying that, okay. And then I'm going back to where I'm creating, and then I'm giving it to it. Okay, so I'm giving it to it, and then yes, and then I'm changing this to 3,000 because that's what the lab requires for. Okay, you can confirm everything here. You can see it's we are changing it to 3,000. And then after that, I think we don't have any other thing to change again. If everything you've done is correct, you know you followed what that I'm doing, then you can proceed to create that. Leave everything here as default. When you are done, just click create, and then that is so. So what again are we to do? Say text definition to deploy the cluster. Okay. All right. Let's allow it to. Yes, I think. Is it done? Is that what you did? Yes. It's done. It's done. It's done. So let's see on the screen where B tax. Choose deploy service. Create create service. Okay. So tax definition. That is, we can even choose deploy, and then you can see it right here. Choose deploy, and then so choose deploy, and then create service. So all right, so service, choose for service name, choose MBCS. So large type should be C2. So they said we choose large type, and then it should be C2. it should be service. Service name should be this. So I'm pasting that. Okay, we expanded networking and then we use existing security group. Okay, so yeah. Under networking, we expand that. So I'm clearing the defaults and then using existing security group. I'm selecting that. I'm going down. What again do I have to change? ECS, clear defaults, load balancing. Okay. So I'm to expand the load balancing section also and then input these details. Don't forget that. Okay. So let's go there and then we can see the load balancing option also here. So application load balancer and then what am I doing? This said load balancing option application load balancer. For application load balancer, create new load balancer. Okay. Load balancer name should be this. So yes, let's just follow. Create new load balancer. Load balancer name should be this. Okay. And then target group should be this. Anything that they didn't tell you to do not change it. Okay. So if you are not being told to do anything, meaning they want you to leave it on default. Okay. So yes, create it and then yes. So let's create it. Let's create it. Let's give it some time for it to create. Okay. So it's creating and they said we will have to get the load balancer URL and then try to check if it's responding. It will respond. Why won't it respond? And then confirm with this DNS name APIs. Okay. We will try to do that. I think afterward we do some 1 or 2 check-ins and then basically that is all. Okay. So we are to create a repo for each and every microservice. It's okay. So let me see if this is done. Okay. It might take few minutes though. It's also, you see, it's also provisioning the stack. So let's open the stack. When we open the stack, we will realize what it's doing, where it has gotten to. Okay, it's still in progress. So only the target group is complete. All the rest are in progress. You can see it. So load balancer is in progress. Other target group are also in progress. Okay. Mm, So okay. So now I think we have about how many stacks? One, two. Okay, some are nested though. You can even see that they are telling you some are nested stacks, meaning some are in some. So yeah, that's not why we are here. Let's wait for it to finish loading. We just want to use the rest of the time to do something else. Okay, so it's deploying. We are hoping that it deployed safely. So we need to create a repo for the other ones. So what we do, ECR registry for the repo name, enter MB users. So where is it? Registry. Let's come here. Yes. And then let's paste it here because it said we need a repo. So yes, create a repo. A repo name should be this. And that's. So we should repeat the process. We should create repo for the 3. So I'm copying this again. Create a repo again. Paste this. Create the repo. Go back there. Copy MB post repo. Copy. Go back there. Create a repo. And then paste the name again. Create the repo. Okay. So at the end of the day, you should have something like this, which is, I think, exactly what the lab requires for. So you can see that they are telling you that you should have something like this, which is exactly what we have. Okay. If you have followed exactly what we've been doing from day one, then you should have no problem having the same thing here. Okay. So yes, I think we are on track. Okay. Okay. So let me see if the deployment is still done. Oh, it's still in progress. Let's see, what are we to do? We have to change directories and then the registry, and then we mount them according. Okay. All right. There is something that we will have to do also, which is very important. You don't skip those steps if not. So you change directory to each and every repo that you have created. Okay. So let's see. Let's bring the Cloud9 here. Let's bring the Cloud9 here. No, I think it's even too far. Let it be right here. So in order to make it simple, let me clear the screen. Okay, so I'm clearing the screen so we can have a greater idea of what we are doing. So I'm typing clear, hitting enter, everything will be cleared, and then I'm going back here. So you see, we need to change the directories one by one for all the repos that we've created. Yes, so from here, go down until you see this change directory to users. So when you change the directory to users, which of the repo are you going to work on? Is the MB users repo. Okay. So if it's the MB users repo, how do you do that? So then look at it, MB users repo. So you can select it like this and then click on push this. Okay. So what do you do? Come back to this. Enter the first command, that is changing the directories, and then come back to this. Start from here. Okay, Docker build, copy that. You have changed the directory. So you hit enter. Yes, it's going to build upon that. Okay, but you have to do it respectively because they all have their own commands. Okay, so you copy the next one also. You have to run just the last 3 commands. You copy the next one also. You run it and then hit enter. Okay, and then sorry, keep on going back. You come and copy the last command and then come back to this and then paste it, hit enter. Okay, yes, it's going to run until it's done, and then that is all. Okay, so it's done now. You can see that this is done with the user MB repo. We are done. So let's go down. We will see another repository that we need to. Okay, so let's change directory to this to thread also. And then when we come here, so let's change directories to that. So if we are changing directories to the threads, then when we come back to the registry, which of them are we going to, the repos, which of them are we going to open? So we go back there, we open it, and then we click on view push command. So yes, I'm copying the first command and then running it. pasting that, hitting enter, allowing it to load, going back, copying the second command, coming here, it's finished. So I'm hitting enter and it works. I'm copying the last one, coming back here, hitting enter. It's also loading. So I think that is all. Let me go down. Do we have any more? Yes, we have for the post. So we will change directories to the post as well. This is done. So let me clear the screen by typing clear. Okay. Hit enter. It's cleared. So paste this, and then it will change the directories to the post that we are in now. So let's run the commands as usual, getting the directories from there. So select the posts. Okay, so it's this, and then view in push command, and then copy the docker first. So paste that, hit enter. Yes. So yes, second command, it's done. So paste it and then hit enter, and then the last command, copy and hit enter. Okay, don't forget that we are waiting for a stack to provision. So we are still, it's still in deployment. Okay, so we are doing this just to integrate it with it. By the time it will be done provisioning, then this is also waiting for it, then solid integration. They all works together to give us a final outcome of what we are doing. Let me take a bite of my watermelon. I'm really hungry. Mm, mm. All right, so let's go back. I think we are done with the post. So let me see. Mm, okay. So let's go back to the lab to see what we are asked to do. We are done with the repo. We are done with the post. So what again are we asked to do? Deployment and what? Containerize microservices. Okay. So MB post, MB thread, and then taken from the repo. Yes. So ECS. Okay. So we go back to ECS. Okay. And then we create a definition for users, MB users, task. That is ECS, not ECR. ECS. ECS is busy deploying. We can still do it though, but I feel like we need to give it some time. So let's see. We need a definition, right? The same definition that we created that is taking 7 years to come. So create a definition. Let me refresh it. Create a definition. So definition name should be this. I like bringing the labs closer so you can flip through. So you can see tax definition name is this. It should be easy. I think we have an idea of this. We've done it a couple of times. So it should be EC2. And then going down, it should be 0.5. Not 5. Look at it carefully. It's 0.5. Okay. In some labs, I saw someone using 5. So yes, so the lab, yes, you can see 0.5, 1, and then for container configurations, the name, copy, go down, container configuration, copy, okay. MB users, so oh, so let's check the registry. Do we have anything like MB users? Yes, it's right here, because we need to copy it, and then come back to this and then paste it here. Okay, so MB users, you can see MB users container, and then I think we change this to 3000 because that's the port number it's using. So what again? I think all the rest is supposed to, yes, 3000, and then all the rest is supposed to be default. Yes. So yes, we are creating it. Okay. This should be careful in order not for it to give us error. Sometimes when they take longer time to provision these resources, it's because they are having a tough time creating them. So I'm praying we don't get error in the deployment. We've gone way back to have an error. Going back to rectify this will be very hectic because you need to do a lot of integrations. If it works, then we are gone. But if it doesn't, we will have to go back there, fix a lot of things before we can be successful with that. So what do we need? Yes, we have a successful message. Sorry. So I'm going up. Oh, so we are to create the tax definition for each and every one of them. Okay, so we've created MB users. We need to create that of MB post tax. Okay, I think this is clear now. Enter this. Okay, so tax. Tax definition. Okay, so let me refresh this and then create a new tax and then paste this. And then I already know what to do that. Okay, so change this to 0.5, replace this with 1, and then the name is supposed to be copied from here. Container, we post container. So Control plus V. And then let's go back to the registry. It's post, so we are copying the post URL. Let's come back to this. I'm pasting the post URL, changing this to 3000. Always remember that, not 300, 3000. So I think that is all. Let's see, did we change? Hold on. Yeah, let me see. Okay, so that is all. We don't have any other thing to do. Create. Oh wow. Huh. The MBSES is ECS. The MB ECS service deployment is really taking longer than we thought. In fact, I don't know the provisions it's making, but it's working though. I think it's working. It's even running. So wow, it's in progress. Let's see. We've not encountered any error so far. All right. So um let's go back to what we were doing. Um, it's created. Like, let me go back there. So yes, the two of them are created now. I need to refresh it and then create it again. Okay, create new definition. What is the definition name? Let's go according to the lab. The definition name should be thread. MB thread tags. So MB thread tags, we are inputting that, and then 0.5 1G. So we have an idea of what to do. We are changing this to 0.5 or 0.5. Just do it 0.5. 0.5 is the same as 0.5. Leaving this, and then go down, come and copy its name. The name is MB container threads container, paste it. Okay, and then URL, go back to the registry. We are talking about thread, so copy the thread and then come back here, paste it, change this to 3000, and then go back there and create the thread. Okay, wow. So in fact, let me view it in the CloudFormation template again. What exactly is it provisioning that? Oh, so it's working though. Creating only the listeners and ECSFs. Okay, well, um, uh, if we were to do it manually, I think we would have been done by now. Though maybe I don't know what it's looking for to listen before. it provision those. Oh, all right. So let's hope it doesn't encounter error. It's fine. We don't have any problem with that. But the only problem is let's hope it doesn't encounter error because we've gone away far. If we encounter an error, coming back to rectify those, integrating them with other services we have created, it's going to be very hectic for us. Oh, sorry. Oh, let me take in water. Okay. Um. So, what's next? Yes, that's what I wanted to ask. So let me delete. Let me close this. You don't really need it. All right. So we create deployments. MBS cluster. Okay. So deployment for all of them. We create for this. We create for that. And then the three of them. Okay. Clusters. Okay. There was an error right there. You see what I was talking about? That was my only problem. So we don't encounter an error because when we do, rectifying it is going to be very difficult for us. So unfortunately, the ECS services creation failed. Let's try to retry with the stack. I'm just using the stack to retry it. So the stack can easily be asked to roll back or it can be used to retry again. So let's allow it to do its work and then see if it's going to um, work. Okay. So yes, what were we asked to do? We were on the cluster section. Let me open another cluster section and then because we are supposed to do something. Yes, this is one of the um labs. They are not really challenging like that. I would say they are just time consuming. So you open it like this and then you go down so you see those services and then you click on create. Okay, yes, like this. You select launch type, you select EC2, you go down, then the family name. Okay, so that is what they are telling you here. Where is the lab itself? Let me put this one here. That is what they are telling you here. The family name, Tuesdays. So we are working on MB users tax. So on the family, let's choose MB users task. Okay. So the service name is where you come back and then copy this, copy that, and then give it to them. Okay. So it's going to try to delete it. It will try to delete it and then reprovision it again. This lab is really going to give us tough time. Do I have any magic? I don't think I have any magic. I could have just reverted this back to where it was and leave it to be as it is. Okay, so that's just by the way. Let's continue. So yes, that's, and then what again? MB to MB, and the networking, we are only changing security groups. So yes, I'm going down, and the networking, we are only changing, we are only changing um, existing security group. I'm taking this is here. Okay, so under load balancing, we are supposed to do something here. Load balancing application, load balancer, and then allow it to, and then we are choosing an existing load balancer, this very one. Yes, and then create a new listener. No, we already have a listener. So we are selecting port 80, and then we already have a listener. Target group name should be given. Yes, so target group name was given. So paste, go back there, and in the path pattern, so you can see path pattern right here. Evaluation order is 1. So you can see evaluation order is 1. So existing application and all of that. We don't need any other thing again. So let's create the service. Okay. So this one too is in deployment. Is that not? Okay. So let's just give it some time. Okay, let's give it some time. They are all provisioning using the stacks. So yes, I think this one is active now. So let me go back to the MBS clusters. Okay, let me open it like this. Go down. So it's here. Okay. 0 out of 1 task running. So let's create the other one. I think before everything works, they should be perfectly fine. Yes, we are using services, and then the family. Which of them are we working on right after the MS users? Which one again? Posts. MB posts. Okay, so MB posts. So let's see, MB post is right here. MB post service name should be given. MB posts, and then replica Damien. So under networking, the only thing we have to change is the security group. Okay, the one with the EC SSG, make sure you take that one and clear the. And then under this, we choose application load balancer, existing load balancer, which selects the MB load balancer, and then existing, we listen on port 80, and then target name should be given. Target name, most target name are always given, so target name should be MB services. Is that correct? No. Oh, it's correct. It's correct. Yes. dash targets. Oh no, it's not correct. Yes, I think it was the former one that I copied. Copy. So paste. Okay. And then the pattern. Okay. So the path pattern. Let me clear this and then enter this and then put 2 here. The evaluation order. You can see it right from here. And then create this one also. So I think some deployment are done. Yes. Others are creating. Some is done. Because we can see the services here. 1/1, 1/1. Some is in progress. So what happens to the cloud formation? Well, delete was complete. It was updating. Let's hope if it works. So it's still in progress. Okay, it's still in progress. Okay, so what happens? We've created this one as well. Okay, so we are going down. Okay, so all the 3 is showing here. All the services, the 2 services that we've created, the MB and the post is showing. I think we need to create one more. Let me go back to the lab. Yes, one more being thread. So let's copy the name, come back to this and click on create. It should be launch type, EC2, and then service is okay. Family is the thread text. Okay. Service name is what we copied. And then under networking, the only thing you have to change is clear this, go in there and take the second one, or just make sure it is the ECSSG. Okay, it's not the matter of taking the second, just make sure you are picking the right one. Okay, all right. So load balancing, application load balancer, existing MB, listing on existing, AT, target should be given, MB thread targets, copy, paste, API threads, copy. So pattern should give this. This should automatically be 3 because I think they are in order. Yes, evaluation is 3. And then let's go ahead to create it. Okay. Okay. We've not tested anything so far. We are just creating it and hoping that everything works. Yes, that is what downstairs do. We don't have the time and the energy like that. So let's see what happens. Okay. So we are supposed to see something like this. Let me see, where will I see that? Service, okay. MB service. So view load balance IT. And the listener rule. Okay, so let's see. I think it's now provisioning. So I think it's now provisioning. Yes. Okay. Infrastructure, I'm seeing metrics. Uh, Clusters EC2 MB clusters. And the service. Oh, so service. I choose any service. Hmm. All right. I don't think it's. I think they wanted us to view this, but I'm having a tough time in understanding the instructions that they are giving. Okay, so let's allow it to load and then see. Oh, the MB thread is also deploying and it's taking longer than I think, which and that is it. I'm seeing something. If you don't take care, it will fail because it's not supposed to take longer than it will. It's I'm sure it will be a dependent of this very one. That is what is creating here. Okay, so that will be the main problem why it might fail because its integrated resources will maybe not be available. Okay, so I don't know what is wrong with this. So how many stacks do we have now? Wow, a lot of stacks. So that is it. That is it. That is it. Okay. So let's go back to the stacks and let's open this. Let's see. Has it provision any resources? Yes. So it was supposed to produce a load balancer and then a target group with a listener. I'm sure that is why the other one is also not going through. It's also giving that tough time. The thread. I'm sure that's the reason why. So let's allow it to deploy and then wait patiently for that. But before that, let me see. Um, no, what did I want to? So, okay, all right. I think it's exactly what we've done. I wanted to view. Choosing the series you created. Go to view load balancer. Find the load balancer. If you choose the service, you can't see any. These are the service we created. Or if you choose a service, which one is view load balancer again? We are not seeing anything like view load balancer. So okay, let me open and see. Maybe we'll see something here. Oh, okay. Let's see the rules. So the listener, yes. So it's on this, it's on that, it's on trip. Yes. So the last one is default if no rules apply. Okay. So it's not really an issue like that. Oh, MB thread service has deployed successfully. Let's see, let's go down. It is ECS that rather failed. Oh, I see. Let's go back to the other side. Let's see. Mm, okay, so I feel like, oh, it's still in progress. It's not completed yet. So even the update 2 has failed. The update that we tried doing 2 has failed. The update 2 has failed. Okay. Yeah, well, I think so far so good. Let's see. Mm, did I even open any of the load balancer? No. Let me see. Yes, there's a load balancer here. So we can copy this DNS name and see if it can be reached. uh, the load balancer can be reached. Okay, so what I'll do is we'll try to submit the lab and see. Let me see. Submit. Let's see. I think I'll score less this time around, even with the way the errors I've encountered. The first time I didn't encounter such an error with the um, MB service that didn't start. That is for the ECS. So, oh, rather scored higher. I see. I see. So rather 70 out of 65. Initially, um I had 65 rather. Yes. So I've rather scored higher. Well, I don't know what the problem might be. Whoa, 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 whoa. So API endpoints, yes, I'm not sure it's working because the load balancer is not responding. So how does the API endpoint works? So I'm not able to reach the load balancer. So definitely the API endpoint will not work. Yes, it's indicated right here that the API endpoint is 0, and it's true because we are not able to reach the load balancer, which I think as is a result of maybe a technical issue or something. We are technical people, so let's just blame it on technicalities and then because I don't know why the stack will have to fail when everything is working. That's the problem. Uh, all right. Okay. So let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, guys, that's all for. That's the end of this video. You can follow along and then at least score 70 out of 75. It's not bad. Let me try refreshing and then see 70 out of 75. Is it bad? It's not really bad. Yeah. Yes, so that is about 74.666%. It's not really bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. I don't think it's bad. Mm, okay. So I'm not too certain with the results. At least I had wanted to score the 75. I don't know what to do to let this respond. That's why I'm not closing the lab yet. Mm, I'm not feeling well, so I don't want to start doing magic. I'm not really well. I've I've been unwell for the past few days now. Been attacked by malaria, so I'm not really well. I feel dizzy sometimes, so I don't really have the strength like that. Okay, so let's do one more thing. Let's try to um force this. Should we when we roll back is just not going to do exactly what we call for. Okay. When we roll back, it wouldn't do what we call for. Rollback is like you are reverting back to where the mistake had happened. Okay. So you can see that the creation failed. This thing can't it be forced to create? Let me see. Okay. So guys, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm just going to try to force it to update it again and then see if I can score the max. For now, due to time factor and all that, I'm quitting the video. So if you followed along, thank you very much for following Cloud Genius. We've learned and grow together. You can see that everything has been successful from day one. So don't forget to share the channel with your friends. I'll be uploading some more content that is will be of benefit to any cloud practitioner. Okay, the idea is to make the content a DevOps content and a cloud practitioning content. So try to share this with your friends. In the future, you might benefit from what I'll be pushing here, and we all will grow together. Okay, thank you. My name is Penty. See you next time. Bye bye.